If you want to just adjust it to make it look.
Yeah. One more down and some more spaces in between. Huh? Alright, let's go down there. Got one space. Alright, let's go.
I shouldn't say Nightingale, but the student-led graduation for your loved ones today. We're very excited to have you here. I am blown away, and I'm going to start to cry because I cry so easy. But look at the support that these students got while they trudged through nursing school, which is one of the hardest things they've ever done. And I'm so proud of them, and I'm so proud of you guys for everything you've done as well. We will start with the students marching in, and then we'll begin the program for real. Is that good? Thank you. You guys can be seated. Aren't they beautiful? Isn't this exciting? We are actually in one of the biggest nursing shortages in America that we've ever had. And these guys are going to help us and get you guys are going to do it. I'm so excited about this. My name is Professor Lachelle Draper. And I have had the honor to work with most of these students, whether in my didactic class or when I've taken them into clinical settings. And I'm just honored that I've been asked to be here today. And you guys, this is going to be a great couple of hours, I promise. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity to celebrate the success with you and your family and friends. Because without them, it would have been harder, right? Yeah, that's right. Congratulations in completing the program. Nursing school is not for the weak. Sometimes you probably felt like you were weak, and sometimes you thought, maybe I'm not going to get this, but look at where you are today. You did it. You absolutely did it, and I am so, so proud of you guys. School, like I said, is not for the weak. It is really hard. And I went through nursing school too, and I felt just like you did many days. Like, I don't know if I'm smart enough. I don't know if I can do this. And it happened. I did it. And I have now been a nurse for almost 40 years, believe it or not. It just blew away. But nursing school, you have hard days. You have hard assignments like concept maps, understanding how to do that, right? And you may even have days where you wondered if you could even keep going because it was so hard. Maybe you failed an assignment. Maybe you failed a HESI. Maybe you had to repeat a course and you thought the world was over. But here you are today because you rose up, you tried again, and here you are, which I think is so awesome. Seriously, I've got goosebumps going up and down my body right now because I'm so excited for you guys and so proud of you guys. I love the resilience you've developed over the course of 32 months, I believe, or more, depending if you had to repeat a course or not. And your can-do attitude. You didn't stop believing that you couldn't do it. Yeah, I mean, you didn't believe you couldn't do it. You believed that you could, even when you had moments of doubt, which I am And guess what? When you get your NCLEX passed and you get your first RN job, you're going to feel some of that. I don't know if I can do this again because, oh my goodness, instead of doing OMS and shadow help and sometimes 4 shifts of in-person clinicals every semester, this is real. We're taking care of real patients and with real problems, and they really do need you. And I just think it's really cool that you guys are almost there. Meaning you got to pass the NCLEX, but you're going to do it all, right? Anyway, I'd like to thank the family and friends and loved ones that have supported these guys all the way through, because without you, it would have been a lot harder to do that. I'm glad that you stood beside them to help them accomplish their dream of becoming a nurse. And we know it wasn't easy, but it will be worth it, I promise. I went to nursing school when I was 18 years old. I didn't have any clinical experience under my belt. I was a cashier at a grocery store. That was what I knew. But I knew I had always wanted to be a nurse. And I went to my first program. It was an LPN program. And when I graduated, I was 19 years old. And on my very first shift, I'd gotten a job on the night shift at a hospital. And this is when we worked 8-hour shifts, not 12-hour shifts, so the 11 to 7 shift. And we didn't have a residency program. We had graduate nursing licenses, basically. I was a graduate nurse, and they had graduate LPN. And they sent me my very first shift on the night shift to the ICU in that big hospital. And I truly thought I might die that night because I just didn't think I would even know where to find the bathroom or anything. Anyway, but what happened that night was I got there and those 5 nurses saw me and how scared I was and how, oh my gosh, I truly felt like I was going to pass out most of the night. But they didn't give me a patient assignment that night, but they let me help each one of them with the patients that they had. So I could see how they do it. Remember, I have no medical experience, no healthcare experience. This is my first time really in the hospital other than what I did clinically in my LPN program. And they took my hand and they helped me get through the night. And the sun did come up the next morning. And then the next night, there was my name again on the door to go to ICU. And so I went again, and there they were again. And again, they didn't have me take a patient, but I helped. I learned where the supplies were. I knew where this was. I knew the patient's names. I was learning while I was there. And by the 3rd night, when my name was on the door again to go to ICU, they gave me my first patient. And I was mentored by these 5 nurses every shift I worked. And I am so grateful for those 5 nurses. They were all in their 50s and 60s when I was 19, so I know they're no longer here on earth, but I guarantee you they've still been my mentors as I've learned, as I've grown. And 6 months into my LPN career in the float pool, they hired me full-time in the ICU because I had learned how to take care of ICU patients. And I have never left the ICU. I worked 37 years in the ICU. And the last 3 years I've been teaching college and helping these guys learn how to be a nurse and to love what they are doing. I got my RN my associate degree RN degree when I was 21 years old. I got my bachelor's degree, which these guys are graduating with today, when I was 45. And when I was 54, I got my master's degree. So I was just a slow learner. I was slow in getting everything, but here I am, right? I do have the opportunity to take students into the clinical setting every semester. I do didactic and clinical. And many of these have been my students in clinical, and I don't remember because in the very beginning I didn't start the secret sauce thing, but I have developed Professor Draper's secret sauce on how to be a happy nurse your whole life. And components of that, there's only 3 things they have to remember is they need to be teachable all the time, because you're always learning when you're a nurse. You're always going to learn. And if you stop learning halfway through your career, you're going to be dangerous to your patients, because you're not going to be doing the evidence-based practice that they haven't changed it to. So always be teachable. And for those of you that were in clinical and the nurses didn't want students, how many of you had that problem? A lot, right? That is another component of being teachable, not only learning, but helping others learn. Because how do we do it if we don't have people to help us? I wouldn't have made it without my 5 mentors. And it's just the right thing to do, I think. Anyway, be teachable is the #1 ingredient of my secret sauce. The second ingredient is be a team player, because everything's better with 2 heads instead of 1. And it's more fun to work when it's fun to go to work when you know your team is there to help support you. You practice safer when you're a team player, and your patients will trust you better when there's more than just you helping. They just know that if you guys are getting along good, that you guys are a good group. That's what I've always heard. So be teachable, be a team player, and the last one is the most important. Love what you're doing. It's hard to work 12-hour shifts, and sometimes, especially in COVID, it turned out to be 16-hour shifts. It's hard to go without lunch. It's hard to not get breaks. It's hard to work holidays. It's hard to work weekends. It's hard to work nights. But if you truly love what you're doing, it'll be okay. And I just have never regretted the decision to leave the cashiering business and going to the nursing business when I was young. Anyway, enough about me. I'm, again, so very proud of you guys, and thank you for the opportunity to be here to celebrate with you guys today. And I'm going to turn it over to Professor Britton now.
Bend your knees, don't lock them. You're gonna fall over and then somebody's gonna have to help you with that. Really embarrassing. So we're gonna try to not do that today, okay? So good morning. My name is Sherry Gretton, for those of you who do not know. I have been a nurse for a little over 15 years now, and I can second what Professor Breaker said. It is well worth the time you've put in and the effort. So as I thought about on the journey that I've been on, I came to several realizations that I wonder if some of them are a little bit similar to some of the ones that you've come to. When I started out, I was really looking for a more secure life for my family. My husband was a police officer, and we ran into some circumstances that made me realize that there was a high likelihood that I may be raising my children on my own. I wasn't a cashier, but I worked at a sandwich shop, which isn't much better when you're thinking about trying to provide for a family and to make things better for your family. And so I found myself going to school full-time, working full-time, having kids full-time, having a family full-time, who were all involved in their own things, life, school, activities, sports, busy, right? Just all the time, very busy. Sometimes, at most times, things were a whole lot harder than I thought they were going to be when I started out. Nobody told me how hard it was going to be when I started out. I figured it out very quick. Figured out I didn't need somebody to tell me it was going to be hard, because I figured it out, right? School entailed writing papers, listening to lectures, studying, doing care plans, or in your case, concept maps, clinicals, labs, lectures, group projects. How many of you liked group projects? I didn't either. Late nights, early mornings. Did I mention tests? Yeah, we didn't take tests. We did ATIs, but they were just as bad. They were just as bad. Not passing and wondering if I'm really going to be good enough. I'm ever going to be good enough to do it. Being scared spitless and thinking that at some point somebody's going to look at me and say, what are you doing? You're never going to be a nurse. And pointing out that I was the biggest imposter in the room. I know some of you have felt that because we sat across the table and talked about that a few times, right? But as I reflect back on those days, and as I've been preparing for today, I found out some things about myself. And I wonder if some of you maybe could come to some of the same conclusions. During the struggles, I found myself more and more determined to succeed and willing to do what it took to get there, even if it was hard. I found myself that when I was afraid I couldn't make it and so scared I'd never be good enough, I also found that there was people around me who were there to support me. My husband, my kids, my family, my friends. I want you guys to look out at the room. You have some people who are on your side and in your boat. So I would like all of you to stand up if you would, please. And I would like you to tell them thank you. Sometimes I think the families in the support group feel like they're forgotten in the whole big picture of this. When they're fighting and when they're struggling and when they're pushing and they're just working so hard at it, sometimes it's hard to remember to say thank you. So thank you very much for being their support systems for the past 2.5 to 3 years that they've been working on this. I know that from the bottom of their heart, they're very, very appreciative of that support. Thank you for not making me feel alone standing here all by myself. Today marks the end of one part of your journey, but also the beginning of a new one. My hope is that you will never forget or let you diminish what you've accomplished here. You can do it. You have done it. You have made yourself get to a milestone that I know many of you felt like you weren't going to get to at some point. When you have that voice that's in your head saying you're still the biggest imposter, and I still hear it every once in a while, tell yourself, no, I did it. I got this. Because you do. I'm going to tell you thank you very much for asking me to be a part of your day and allowing me to be a part of your journey. It has been a blessing working with all of you. And so now it is my privilege to introduce Zora Zarek, and she is going to come and give a speech as well.
Thank you, Professor Griden. Greet families, honored guests, and faculty members. My name is Zora, and I'm here to celebrate with my fellow learners Spring 2024 cohort, our BSN degree that we all worked hard for. We're finally here. On this momentous occasion, a rite of passage, ending one chapter, but also starting a new one. The road to get here was rocky and bumpy for all of us for sure. Reflecting on our collective journey, it is undeniable that our relentless hard work, unwavering dedication and perseverance have been the driving forces behind the success we're celebrating today. Throughout our academic pursuit, we have not only gained knowledge, but also nurtured personal and professional groups. For instance, the group leaders of this cohort have made tremendous effort to put up this graduation together so that we all enjoy celebrating our achievements all together. To our esteemed educators and those who are not here with us today, and faculty members who went above and beyond to help us and support us, we owe a profound debt of gratitude. Your guidance and wisdom have been instrumental in shaping our paths and fuel in our inspirations. To our cherished family members and friends, saying thank you is not enough compared to the amount of strength and unconditional support you've been providing. Offering a cup of coffee or tea, a snack during webinars, or just like studying late at night have made a big difference in our success. Please give yourself a round of applause. To my family here and those who can watch the live streaming, I will express my words of gratitude in Kepia, my native language, so that all my family members can receive them and feel them. تنمير تستوسدام مثل الدمجيديان كمية أفودك الجهد إيوكن السيوضات سند السيرما أرجزي ورويو يما يستمع يما تمدوكا يوذاكين عدديا تنمير ثويا. So, my fellow graduate, as we dive deeper into this new chapter and step onto the vast unknown, let us do so with courage, conviction, and determination. The future belongs to those who believe in changing for the better. Congratulations to all of us, the cohort Spring 2024 BSN-RN. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you Professors Grit and Draper, and for joining our memorable day. And thank you to our cohort leader who were persistent in making this celebration possible despite all of the changes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to look at a student experience video that they've put together for you guys to watch.
Dear future nurses, you are not just learning skills, you are becoming an advocate for the well-being of others. Your voice matters in the vast landscape of healthcare. As you absorb knowledge, recognize the potential impact you can have on the world. Your role extends beyond the clinical setting. You are a future champion for the rights and health of those you serve. Use your growing expertise to make a positive impact on the world around you, and let your advocacy be a beacon of change. If you believe someone has to hear it, share these empowering thoughts with them, and let advocacy resonate.
Okay, so it is now time for us to administer the pinning and diplomas. So what we would like to do is we will have one row at a time stand. If your student stands and you plan on being the one who is pinning them, please come up on the right side of the stage, meet up with them, and you can walk across the stage with them, and they will receive their diploma and pin. Okay? So, numbers 1 through 8, if you would stand. All right, so Maisha Alexander. Your sister wants a picture. Or your daughter. Guadalupe and Drake. Charles Belandris.
Michelle Caliquim. Laura Sherrick. Navdeep Zinza. Michelle Fayed. Clarissa Ferrer. So students 9 through 16, if you would stand. And those of you 1 through 8 can sit down. Michelle Flores. Excellent, the spot.
Lau. Jennifer Lloyd. Christopher Madrid. All right, 17 through 24, if you would stand, please. Deanna Martinez.
Akbana. Charity Pontepiedra. Pratika Prakash. Stephanie Ramsey. All right, number 25 through 32. Selena Remoroso. Lizette Ruiz. Michaela Santos. Yuri Socio.
Judy Thatch.
Come here. Hey, Lars, come here. Alex, here.
Kayla Tulane. Emily Tone. All right, we're at the last group, 33 to 36. Last but not least, right, Christina? Christina Bang. Michelle Wong. Unique Woodson. Kind of what makes it work. Jamila Yazik.
part of the nursing graduation program. It is a speech from, it's called the Nightingale Pledge, and so I'm going to have all of the learners say it with me. Yes, please stand. With full knowledge of the responsibilities I am understanding, I pledge to care for my patients with all the knowledge, skills, and understanding that I possess, without regard to race, color, creed, politics, or social status. I will spare no effort to conserve meaningful life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will refrain from any action which might be harmful to the quality of life or health of those I care for. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of and hold in professional confidence all personal information entrusted to me. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skills at the highest level and give my support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team with full awareness of my qualifications and limitations. I will do my utmost to maximize the potential of the nursing profession and to uphold and advance its standards. So as was said in the beginning of this program, this is a learner-led graduation program, and it could not have been accomplished without some people who have put great, tremendous effort into ensuring that it happened and that it ran smoothly. I would like these women to stand as I say their names, please. Michelle Calanquin. They all deserve a round of applause, guys. They put a lot of work I didn't say, it doesn't say who I'm supposed to say is up. It just says that somebody else is supposed to do it. So. On our behalf, we want to also thank our professors, Professor Draper and Professor Grin, for coming through on this very special day of ours and making it even more special. Thank you.
We would like to give a token of appreciation to our professors. Professor Draper. A round of applause. And Professor Gritton. Let's give a round of applause to them for coming all the way from the Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is it's time to turn book today, so I'm just holding it. Anyway, so right now, you guys have your tassel on the right, and we are going to turn it to the left, which means you have completed this part of your education. So good job, you guys. So we are just about, whoops. Almost lost a pen. So we've come to the end of the program, and I just have some words that I would like to say. That comes from Florence Nightingale, and there is no one else I would have rather had here today was Florence Nightingale, because she began it all, right? Clear back in 1812 in the Crimean War. And can you imagine how she cared for those patients, those soldiers without morphine, antibiotics, IV fluid, anything to help them? And what I love most about Florence is she had to care for those patients. She had to actually take them one by one and let them know that she really cared about them, despite what their issue was, what their history was, what their injury was, and helped make them get through the night. And that's why we do the lamps, because she was known as the lady with the lamp. She was checking on her patients all the time. I think that's just the coolest thing ever. But I saw this the other day, and I just wanted to bring her in as our final thoughts about nursing. And this is what she said. She said, "I urge you to always remember the essence of our profession, to see beyond the illness or the injury, and embrace the humanity of every individual who crosses your path. You will see all kinds of different patients, from brand new, born, to death and dying, and in between. And you will get to see all different types of personalities and illnesses and everything. And it's just such an honor to be able to do that." She says, "Each patient has a unique story, fears, hopes, and dreams. It is our duty to listen attentively, to offer solace, and to provide care that goes beyond the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual aspects of nursing, because they're all there for us to use." God bless you as you all embark on your nursing journey, and just know that I will always be cheering for you as old as you get, and then when you retire, I'll be excited for you and everything else, because you guys are going to change the world by taking care of the people you take care of. Thank you. And thank you again for